Right, so tomorrow is going to be our first towing experience with the Tesla Model Y Juniper. The campsite we're going to is about 60 miles away, so not overly far. And we certainly won't need to charge on the way down there. In fact, we could probably get down there and back and do what we need to do without charging. But depending on what we do get when towing range wise, it's likely I will probably top up for 5 or 10 minutes once we get there. So I'll probably unhitch the caravan, go off and do a food shop like we normally would anyway for the weekend, and then I'll bang sort of 5-10 minutes worth of charging just to top up, just to bring us up, so we don't need to take any risks on the way home with needing to stop and charge. You know, once we're there we can charge anyway, so it doesn't seem logical to have to stop on the way home on what is probably just over an hour's journey. That's a little bit pointless. Currently getting about 350 miles to a charge with the Tesla. Still, was it 19 degrees today, but sort of 15, 19, 20 degrees. Yeah, 340, 350. So 50% of that is 175 miles. So be interesting to see if we do get that 175 miles of 100% range. But, you know, even if we got 150, 120 with contingency, having to stop every 2 hours on a longer journey, we would stop that. In fact, it's probably not 2 hours, to be fair, with traffic on the M25 and around the UK. So it's probably more like 2.5 hours. And the reality is we would stop anyway within 2.5 hours. So I'll probably just unhitch inner services in the HGV bit, drive around to the chargers, top up for 10 minutes, drive back around again, hitch back up. Is a bit of a faff, but ultimately, you know, it is what it is. There's more and more chargers coming along which are drive through, so we're actually going down to the New Forest in October, and on the way down there on the M3, or just off the M3, you've got Winchester. I think it's Instavolt. It's a brand new one, and they've got some drive-through bays. So our trip down to the New Forest is probably just under 200 miles, so we definitely will need to stop in October. But with those drive-through bays, I'm hoping that, you know, 2/3 of the way down there anyway, so we top up back to a sort of 80%, and then on the way back we do the same thing, stop at that same services, and it should be all we need to do. But yeah, be interesting to see what we get tomorrow when we are towing. At the moment the caravan is under its cover, which I'll show you. So I need to get the cover off the caravan today. Our cover is a company called, or made by a company called Specialized Covers, as you can see there. It wasn't cheap, probably, I don't know, 500 quid or so, 550 quid, but you can see it's absolutely fits like a glove. Really good quality, fully waterproof, nice and easy to get on and off. Got a nice gap there for the door, so we can open and close the door even with the cover on, so I'll have to get that off later and start loading up the caravan for the journey tomorrow. So yeah, once we get going, I'll update you guys again on what sort of range we're getting and what it's like to tow with. Right, so we're hitched up and ready to go. Not quite sure what difference the tow cover is going to make to the range. Reading up online, some people saying it adds drag, some saying it helps with drag. So yeah, be interesting to see if that does make any noticeable difference on the range. So we've got checklist. Hitched up, electrics connected, lights are all working, tested that. Breakaway cable connected, jockey wheel is up, handbrake will come off when we get to go. Check the tyres, they're running at 48 psi each, so they're good. And last thing is the towing mirrors. So yeah, we're good to go. Right, moment of truth. So what did we get on that tow? So that was our first ever tow, and we did bang on 60 miles, as you can see there. And we used 27.8 kilowatt hours, 463 watt hours per mile. Now, if you do the sums, It equates to just over 2 miles per kilowatt hour. I think it's about 2.15. And on this car, which is 75 kilowatt hour battery, it's about 160 miles, which would be from 100% down to 0. So yeah, it's pretty much 50% then, really. So yeah, 160 times 2 is 320. We get about 330-ish, but you know, half of that looks pretty good. So, you know, 160, I'm happy with that. Right, as soon as we got here, decided to go and charge the car. Found some fastened, I don't know how you pronounce it. It says they're up to 300 kilowatt, but not entirely sure what I'm going to be getting. I don't think it's going to be 300 kilowatt because it didn't really precondition the battery for very long. Probably only preconditioned for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So let's see what I'm getting. 94 kilowatts, so that's all right. I'm on 59%, so try and get as high as I can on that. See what it drops to when we get to 80%, but I'm going to bang as much as I can in, really. So yeah, it's a nice little place next to a travel lodge, probably 10 minutes from where we unhitch the caravan in the campsite. Within the Electroverse app, what it's charging and how long it's been charging for. So press this here, so I've been charging for 7 minutes and I put nearly 10 kilowatts in, which is fairly decent, I suppose. Oh, there we go, 68p per kilowatt hour, so not quite Tesla prices, but there isn't a supercharger near here, so ultimately I'm kind of stuck with what there is around here. So 68p kilowatt hour, it is what it is. I'm only be putting in 20-30 kilowatts, so yes, it's not the end of the world. I fully topped up before we left the house, which cost me about a fiver, so ultimately it doesn't really make a lot of difference how much it costs me to top up here. So yes, looking pretty good, and apparently this comes off my Octopus bill. So instead of paying for this now, it'll just come off my next Octopus bill, which is quite handy, really, because it means I haven't got to pay for it up front, and they just take it out of the bill. So no cards, no anything. Just tap the Electroverse card on the little reader, and away you go. So yeah, pretty good. Go on, you can get it. Try one more time. Do you reckon you can get it? Go on, never go. Nope, nowhere near. Oh, that was rubbish. Campsite's virtually empty. Suppose it's out of season, isn't it? What's through there, buddy? The rhinoceros. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. This is where the play park is. Right, so just got back. Slightly worse economy on the way back, but not by much. So 60-mile journey, 483.9 watt hours per mile, which equates to just over 2 miles per kilowatt hour. So I calculate it to be about 155 miles on a full charge. Again, that was sort of sticking to 50-55 mile an hour. Not sure how much impact the wind has. It's not very windy today, but it's also not no wind either. So yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. Just over 2 miles per kilowatt hour. So yeah, 150, 160 is about what we'd be looking at from 100%. So probably 120 for contingency purposes. So 120 miles, probably 2.5 hours, nearly 3 hours worth of driving anyway when towing. So I'd be stopping at that point, no question about it. So yeah, if I can do 120 miles without stopping, happy with that.